Hello, Libra. First of all, first order of business, readings all week are 50% off at lunarprofit.com. If you so choose, Libra, what the fuck did you get yourself into? Who are you in this story? There is somebody that maybe was, I don't, it's like, I don't know if this is somebody that you knew as a kid or when he was, this is somebody I feel like when he was a kid or when he was young. There's a couple of versions of this. Somebody could have gotten somebody knocked up at a young age. Alright, that's right off the bat. And it could have put them in like a miserable existence moving forward. It was just like somebody literally fucked around and found out. And it feels like a very young age. This feels like somebody was a teenager, and this could be somebody you knew as a teenager, or it could just be somebody who was young or like very young minded. If they weren't an actual kid, it could just be, I mean, it could be like, I mean, in my mind, like a 25-year-old is a kid. So, I mean, I don't know. But it's like but this feels young. This feels like somebody was like fresh out of high school or like very young, maybe. And it's like this could even be somebody that like knew you at that age, but then you had to part ways because they knocked somebody else up or something. Something happened, dude. That's for some of you. Others, it's just somebody like, I don't know, like created a mess for themselves. Maybe it was somebody from their past or somebody that they knew for a long time, had some sort of history with, and they've like been unsatisfied and in regret ever since. A lot of you, it could, yeah, it feels like somebody, if they weren't like an actual kid, they were just not thinking clearly and just like acting like a kid and then had a kid or something. Um, and then I feel like right now they could be in the process of um maybe trying to move forward in their life. This is for some, not for all, but it does feel like this person is, yeah, this is like somebody who kind of still has this in them. Like it feels like this might be somebody who kind of still has this side of them to some capacity and still, um, might still even do things like this, possibly outside of the marriage, that he regrets, and like might make decisions too quickly or move too fast, and then he might get himself stuck. Somebody might be like stuck in a cycle. Oh, you might resonate with who had a similar reading. Oh, I can't remember. There's somebody, I was gonna say, this looks like it could be a crossover with, was it Aquarius? Are you dealing with an Aquarius? There's something where somebody might have gotten somebody else pregnant that's like not their wife, essentially, or like something. That could be for some of you, but it's like there's something where somebody could be like, somebody could have just made a stupid, irrational decision in the heat of the moment, and now they have to like provide for maybe potentially for two different families. That's for some of you. For others, it could just be that like they could be communicating to somebody that they're like unhappy and unfulfilled in this current relationship and trying to figure out a way to say this very gently to somebody that they feel and have felt stuck with for a long time. Um, it could even be that, like, whoever they've been with for a long time now either brings out the worst in them, or maybe they bring out the worst in each other. Um, horn, like, just honks super loud. Maybe they just bring out the worst in each other. But there's something where, uh, this person would rather be, like, anywhere else than where he is currently. And for some of you, it could be that he, like, already has been, like, anywhere and everywhere else. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Is this you, Libra? Are you the one that's been up to something? I don't know, but coming up. Okay, so there's a couple things. One is that I feel like somebody is going to be having some pretty big anxiety. Again, it could have to do with maybe another kid to feed. Like, yeah, I mean, for some of you, there could be another kid on the way, or it could also be, for some of you, it could be that, yeah, actually, I feel like that's a lot of people's story. I keep being like, what else could it be? Nah, I think it might. I mean, okay, and then another thing coming through is that there could be just one, like a mother and child, or one family getting left behind to create a new one. It could be somebody who's like deciding to move forward but trying to figure out the best way to do that. I mean, at the bottom of the deck, we do have Ten of Pentacles right on top of the Sun. So, oh yeah, the Nine of Cups. So, after Eight of Swords. So, alright. I mean, somebody might feel stuck and like, upset for a while, but it does feel like, yeah, this could be the dissolving of a marriage after potentially a very long time of being in it. And it feels like one of the stress factors could be that it's just a financial issue. Like, it could just be like they know they're gonna have to give up a lot of money. Um, I mean, it could also just be like there's a kid on the way from another person that maybe they have more love for, and for others, I mean, it's like if you ran into somebody or started talking to somebody that you knew a long time ago, and you know that they're married with kids, like, this could be something that's going on in that person's life, whether they told you this or not. Like, even if you're totally platonic with them, this could be something that's sort of like happening in somebody's life and breaking down, like, now. And, you know, we get January coming up a lot too. It could be that, like, by January, there could be a major shift. You know, a lot of times when somebody's going through something like this, they'll purposely wait till the holidays are over so that they don't have to, like, fuck up Christmas for everybody, and then they're, like, basically out as soon as, December is, like, over. They're like, okay, like, it's time to tell everybody. So that could also be what's happening, but this is, like, somebody who's, you know, it's also, like, if you did see this person, if this part of the story resonates and like you did see this person again after a while, or you did start talking to this person, they could have like really, really, really realized how like unhappy they were. Like, they might have known already or whatever, but like it might have like been able to like be dormant, or it could have been like something that they were able to like sort of ignore or stuff down to some degree. And then like talking to you or seeing you again or something could have like made them really have like a big wake up call about this. Um I mean, it could even be that maybe like if they had an open marriage or some sort of agreement, or even if they didn't and he was just sneaking around anyway, he could have also just been unhappy with that too. It could have just been like there could be like a lot of realizations happening for this person. It could be that like he's like realizing like he would rather like actually be in love with somebody and not just like in some weird loveless sham of a marriage where he gets to like fuck around and do what he wants, but ultimately is still not happy with like any of it. Like he might be like really realizing like, oh, like I'm also not happy with like getting to like do whatever I want to. Like I also don't just want a bunch of whores or somebody who like allows that or something. Somebody like might also desire a tighter leash or something. There's some like something like that where it could be, and I mean this could be like a childhood love, or if it's not that, it's like there's something like that that feels like that. It could be like if you didn't know each other when you were kids, it could be like it feels like you've known each other forever or something like that, or you have a childlike nature or quality about your friendship or relationship or whatever side of this you're on. Hopefully you're not like the wife, but I don't think you are. But I feel like, I mean, unless you are, I'm so sorry, but I don't think so. I feel like this is like, somebody who is just like, right now in this sort of, like, lovey energy, but like also knows it's forbidden. And also might want to like tell you about their regrets or like sorrows or something. If they're not telling you, they might just like be wanting to talk about it to somebody or trying to tell somebody. They might be, I don't know that they're communicating that to like their partner just yet. Because it feels like that's what's coming up. It's like somebody is about to be like, it's like, I feel like right now their energy is like, on some sort of like high or like, of like feeling similar feelings from when they were young that they haven't felt in a long time. I don't know. Somebody's heart chakra is like opening again for the first time, maybe since they were a kid or something. Like somebody's having some sort of like reawakening, um, in a romantic sense that they are feeling like guilty about, but they also like want to move forward with it. And I feel like they are kind of realizing that this is something that they really do want. But then like up ahead they have to deal with all of the logistics of how this is gonna work, how they're gonna like, you know, tell the family and the kids and the wife. I feel like maybe even telling the wife is like the least of the problems. Like I feel like the wife is like gonna be the least, I mean, maybe the scariest to have to tell. Maybe the wife is like really hard to deal with, but like also the least shocked or something. Like that's like not, it's, I think he's more concerned maybe about the kid. The kid could be young. They might have a young kid, or they may have had a kid kind of recently. Like even if he had a kid when he was young, he could have had another kid not that long ago or something. Because somebody's like really perplexed or about to be. I feel like right now there's still like this ability to like straddle two worlds. Um yeah, it's like somebody's still able to sort of like live two lives. There's like one fantasy life that somebody's living while also being able to maintain their like real life. But it's like going to get harder to like not have the full version of that life that they want. And I feel like they get it. I mean, Ten of Pentacles is at the bottom, which is really good, on top of the Sun. So it's like, that's a really happy marriage, a really happy foundation, a really prosperous, like, union and partnership, business, everything. Money, like, all of that is, like, really, really good. It's, like, going to be a really good outcome ultimately, but it's, like, up ahead in the near future is just like a lot of stress about how to get to that point. Um, and just being really stressed out about like having to like I think mostly tell the kid. It's really like how do I tell my kid this and like maybe other people like that are in his life. Like if there's like a whole community around them or if he's been in this marriage for like 20 years or whatever it is. It's like, oh my god, it's like how do I tell literally everybody? Like there's something about that where it's like, oh fuck, like now I have to like come to like come to not only come to grips with reality. I think he's coming to grips with reality, but like and like introducing that reality to like everybody else, which honestly is not going to be that I don't want to be like not that big of a deal, but like, you know, a ton of people get divorces, bruh. It's not like it could be like in their mind they like never were gonna be this person or I mean it could be that they built a very big community. We're already like going into like a 20-minute reading. I'm not trying to tell you the logistics of how divorce works, but there could be a divorce up ahead. Libra, I hope that this resonated. I hope that it helped. If you want to, you can like, share, subscribe. You can tip or donate. You can get a 50% off reading. You can also do none of those things. But until next time, good luck, Libra.